Is Garrett Nussmeier a top quarterback in the draft? Let's talk about it. Garrett Nussmeier has had a little fall from grace, as last year he was projected to be a first round pick. This year he's projected to be a late round pick, right? But today we're going to discuss a couple things. First, we're going to watch the film. Second, I'm going to give you guys his trait review, so I'm going to grade his traits so you guys can see what I think about him. And third and final, I'm going to give my legendary pro comp. We're going to see what my pro comp ends up being, and at the very end of the video, if you guys stay, you guys get to see my updated big board of quarterbacks. So we're going to start with quarterbacks. Next, I'm going to move to running backs, receivers, offensive line, and then we're going to go defensive line and then go through the defense as well. If you guys enjoy this video today, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe. It pushes me out in the YouTube algorithm and helps me reach ball knowers like yourself. So with all that being said, let's get into the tape of Garrett Nussmeier. College tape doesn't have the all 22 like NFL does, but we got the broadcast, so we're good. Nussmeier's going to roll out of the pocket here. We got a little motion from the receiver, and then he's going to run an out route. And Nussmeier puts us on the money, man. That's his kind of specialty. He does a lot of rollouts. He throws a lot of sideline passes. He doesn't attack the middle too much, but he loves to hit those go rolls. But this was just a really nice throw by Nussmeier. This play was just a stupid play by Nussmeier. So he's got pressure right in his face, right? He's known for rolling out right, like I just showed you, but watch what he does on this play. I'm going to let you guess what happens on this play. So pass rush comes in. A guy known for rolling to his right has great protection on the right-hand side. You would think he would roll out to the right, seeming that he has pressure from the left-hand side. But no. He thinks he's Lamar Jackson, spins around, runs straight backwards, and takes a huge sack on fourth down. This one, it's just a bad placement of the ball, right? AJ Terrell's little brother is a stud. I don't know if he's in this draft class, but this dude is a menace. But you got to give this to your receiver to make a play, right? Like, he's got one open hand, put it somewhere where he can get it, but instead he puts it low, and AJ Terrell's little brother almost makes a play on this man. Like brother, like son. Like brother, like son. Brothers are alike, huh? So this is one of the examples of him attacking the middle of the field. You got a deep inbreaker. He steps up in the pocket, pressure in his face, and delivers a nice ball. If he can develop this more in the NFL, I do see his trajectory going way up. I mean, this is a nice ball, nice zip on the ball, just a perfect throw. But that's not his moneymaker. His moneymaker is these type of throws, right? Look at this offensive lineman chop this D lineman. This is insane. Makes him have the room to roll out right, and he's going to fit it in this pocket on the run. This is his kind of like specialty that I saw on film. On the run, just makes a kind of a beeline throw, just right to the receiver. Love that play. This play, man. Fourth quarter, you got to be better than this, man. So they're going to run a screen, right? Bubble screen. Nussmeier is going to look at the screen, pump fake the middle, come back to the screen when the quarterback's literally watching it, throw it 5 yards behind him, and take yourself really out of field goal range. So now that we broke down the film, we're going to get into his attributes, starting with his height and weight. He is 6'1", 205, and he is going to be 24 years old by the time the draft rolls around. He obviously went to LSU for his college, and we're going to grade on a couple things here. So we got arm strength, accuracy, mobility, clutch factor, and then the build/age. And then I also throw in 2 games that I graded to make a combined score. And starting with arm strength, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. This is going to be a below average NFL arm. His arm never struck me as anything special. He can make the plays he needs to, but definitely once he gets to the NFL, his arm is going to be below average. So not anything special here. 3 would be like an average arm. 2.5 is right below. He definitely doesn't have a noodle by any means, but just a little below average is what I would call it. Accuracy, I also gave a 2.5 out of 5. He isn't the most accurate guy. I would say his accuracy in the NFL would be below average. I don't think he can hit. What he does is he almost limits the yak that the receivers can get. Like, he throws it to the spot, but he doesn't throw it to give them the ability to run after the catch and do some crazy things. Because he threw a lot of screens, man. Like, he wasn't even really accurate on those screen balls, but he threw a lot of screens. Like, watching his film, it's like 50%. It looks like watching Tua's film, man. Like, very similar, actually. Now, mobility, I think he's actually a 3 out of 5. So that would say he's average in the NFL for mobility, right? He does a lot of running out of the pocket. He does a lot of throws on the run. Yeah, he's not fast, right? So he's not going to be your Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, where he's scrambling all the time. but he has enough to make you pay. So I would say a little bit less than Jackson Dart. Obviously, you're kind of looking more like a Herbert where they run just because they're fast enough, but they're not fast enough to where you have to always have a QB spy on the field or anything like that. Then we have clutch factor. I gave him a 2 out of 5 for this man. 1-5 in ranked games in 2025 just doesn't have a good look, and he got pulled from one of the games against Alabama. I just think that shows the lack of trust the LSU coaching staff had for Nussmeier, and it just really shows me that I don't think he has that clutch ability that these top end quarterbacks have in this draft. And then finally, we have the build/age, right? He's 6'1", 205, and he's 24 years old. None of that is very good. So I gave him a 1.5 out of 5. He's an old quarterback prospect. He doesn't have a biggest frame, and that doesn't contribute to having him graded very highly. So the 2 games, the Alabama game I gave him a 2.59 grade for that game. It was an awful game, really. That's why he got replaced. 2.5 for me is like a replacement level starter. So they got him out of there. The Clemson game against LSU, I gave him a 2.98. That was a little bit more of an average performance, but overall, that brings his total grade to a 2.44 out of 5. This is pretty low. Just to kind of throw my big board on the screen now, this has him as 4th on my QB list so far. This would probably put him around the 5th, 6th round maybe. We'll see more when we do more quarterbacks, but what do you guys think, man? Was I too harsh on Garrett Nussmeier? Do you guys think better of Garrett Nussmeier? Let me know down in the comments below. But finally, we got to get into my pro comp. My pro comp on Garrett Nussmeier is going to be Bailey Zappi. So both of them had pretty electric seasons in college. Obviously, Zappi came off a crazy season, but both of them are undersized, right? So both of them rely on kind of like that floater, those outside balls. And really in the NFL, they don't have the arm talent to make those balls work, which is why they both are going to struggle in the NFL. And I think Garrett Nussmeier will struggle. I also think Garrett Nussmeier doesn't have the best mechanics in the pocket. He does seem a little bit shaky. Like, I feel like you're looking at the high end being like Russell Wilson. And I'm not saying Garrett Nussmeier is ever going to be Russell Wilson, but just the way they throw the outside balls and the way they move around the pocket, what I would be saying is like the ultra mega, you got it, the luckiest ever high comp, right? But I think he's going to play like Bailey Zappi. He's going to be someone's 3rd quarterback. He's going to stick around the league for a little bit. He might even get to start some games, but I don't think he's ever going to be a world beater by any means. If you guys disagree or have a different player comp, let me know down in the comments below. But that's the Garrett Nussmeier film and breakdown. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like right now and comment what you think. Comment if you disagree with me, if you agree with me, if you like my take, if you don't, let me know down in the comments below. And make sure you guys check out the videos on the screen right now. All that being said, go Fins. See you guys next time.